Belly fat is something that all of us want to reduce, whether we have a big belly or just a bit of stubborn fat covering the lower abs. Having a more defined midsection is always an advantage since it makes us look more fit, attractive, and healthier. But sometimes the path towards a slimmer waistline can definitely feel like an uphill battle where you have to fight for every inch you lose. But the second you break your diet, all that fat comes right back on seemingly overnight. So today I will give you 7 actionable tips that you can use to start losing belly fat good and fast. Number 1. This is for those who don't want to count calories, don't want to obsess about anything particular strict kind of meal, and want a very simple and straightforward way to quickly start burning away the excess belly fat. This combine fasting with single ingredient natural foods, which means either have 1 or 2 meals a day, and you fill those meals with single ingredient foods that are either veggies or meat. With this strategy, you can eat until you're full without worrying about eating too much. These foods are very filling and has a low calorie density, meaning there are very few calories within large amounts of those foods, so your stomach is naturally going to start feeling full for a very low number of calories. Number 2. The next tip is for any kind of fat loss calorie deficit plan work. You need to prioritize protein. Foods such as chicken breast, ground beef, steak salmon, white fish, ground turkey, shrimp, shellfish, tuna, eggs, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, and if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you can go with products like black bean pasta and tofu, which are actually quite high in protein without any animal-based ingredients. You need to get at least 73 grams of protein per pound of body weight per day. Number 3. The next tip is to base your workouts around the purpose of building muscle rather than burning fat, because muscles are metabolically active tissues. You should perform strength-based exercises like deadlifts, squats, bench presses, pull-ups and rows with an average of 6 to 10 representatives per set while using heavy weight. You have to consume fruits such as strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, watermelon, and apples. You have to be consistent for long enough for the belly fat to actually melt away. Number 4. The next tip is consistency. The human nature is that every time we start a diet, we realize that it requires too much work and then quit our set. In order to reduce belly fat, you should eat fewer times per day rather than eat 5 or 6 small meals a day. There's less thinking, less prepping, less stressing. Sticking to single ingredient foods, you can eat large meals until your stomach. You should add enough fat to make your meals actually taste good, since the meals themselves will be relatively low in calories as it is. For example, make 1 baked potato by mixing some rice into your vegetable stir fry. It can make the meal taste significantly better. Number 5. The next tip is to replace sugary sodas and fruit juices with water, herbal tea, or sparkling water with a slice of lemon or lime. Limit your intake of sugary snacks and desserts. Limiting your intake of sugar and starch reduces the growth of belly fat. Number 6. Another most important tip is to avoid fast food and highly processed snacks. They often contain unhealthy fats and too many calories. These unhealthy fats make you grow fat faster than imagined, and those fats are stubborn and cannot be reduced easily. Opt for whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. It's really difficult to cut off that kind of delicious and mouth-watering foods in the start, but if you try to keep on avoiding them and consume them less, then it will be easier to cut them off. Number 7. The last and final tip that's extremely important is to get enough sleep and to manage your stress level. Sleep and stress are often ignored topics when it comes to burning belly fat. However, scientific research clearly shows just how damaging not sleeping and stressing can be for burning belly fat. Sleep is linked to your body's metabolic processes. Disrupted sleep patterns or not getting enough sleep can disrupt hormonal balance. This often leads to increased cravings for calorie-dense foods and reduced self-control. Chronic stress. Do your best to ensure that you get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night to build muscle and burn fat optimally. For more tips on health and fitness, subscribe our YouTube channel, Daily Mile Fitness.